This is the Ms.FitVegan Podcast, episode 556. Respect is not given, it is earned. So today we're going to talk about 5 ways that you can earn back your respect for yourself. See, if you don't have respect for yourself, you won't take care of your body. You will not eat healthy. You will not stay consistent with exercise. You will not go to sleep early. You will not prioritize your health if you do not respect yourself. Why do we lose respect for ourselves? It's simple. We've lied to ourselves too many times. Just think about it. Think about somebody who's lied to you so many times. Do you respect them? No, you do not. Do you like them? No, you do not. Do you take care of them? You might. If you're in a toxic relationship, you might, because you don't have any self-worth. If you don't have any self-worth, then you might be in a relationship with somebody you don't respect, and you don't like very much. You think you love them, but you don't know what love is, because if you don't love yourself, you cannot love anyone else. That's another episode for another day. We're going to focus on the self-respect, but just know respect is earned. It is not given, and that is why you need to set boundaries in relationships with people, because they're not going to respect you until you make them. They have to earn your respect. You have to earn their respect. You do that by setting boundaries. Now let's talk about the respect you need to earn back with yourself. Number 1, you need to find a fucking way to keep your word. So maybe you were not smart and I'm sorry, but this is the truth. You don't like the truth, then you can leave. I don't make money on this podcast, okay? It's not monetized. So bye-bye. Maybe you were stupid and you set a New Year's resolution to be raw for the whole 2024 when you've never in your life been raw for a 24-hour period. If you were one of those dumb fucks, I applaud you. You probably fell off. It's January 7th. You most likely fell off because you never fucking proved that you could be raw for 24 hours. So how in the actual fuck are you going to be raw for the whole goddamn year? You're not. Excuse me. So I just had some pineapple. It's like, it was not the perfect pineapple. Now it's like scratching my throat. The pineapples, man, they are the toughest fruits to get ripe. I rarely eat them. I got one for free yesterday. Now it's like itching my throat a little bit. Wasn't perfectly ripe, I guess. And my mouth too. It's a little, you know that feeling? Okay, so 5 ways to earn your respect. Number 1, set goals you can actually achieve. Set new goals. What is that SMART? I don't know the acronym, but it's like achievable. The most important thing is that you say you're going to do something and you do it. So if you cannot be raw for the whole year or the whole day, how about you set a goal that you know you can achieve? You want to start setting goals that make sense. Okay? So if you've never been raw, then how about you go, all right, for the next 7 days, I'm going to eat a raw breakfast. I'm going to eat raw first thing in the day. And whatever the fuck you eat after that, like say you eat a whole pineapple for breakfast and then 5 minutes later you have a bagel. Guess what? You still achieved your goal because the goal is to eat, the first thing you eat is going to be raw. Okay, great. Check. Now, even though you ate that bagel, you have a little tiny bit of respect for yourself. Not a lot because you ate the bagel. You fucked up. But you have a tiny bit of respect because at least the first thing you ate was a pineapple. Do you understand where I'm going with this? The reason you are so low and mean to yourself, you have such low self-esteem and you cannot stick to your word is because you have not been sticking to your word. You are living with a liar and we don't like liars. So this podcast is your sign to stop fucking being your own worst enemy. Stop self-sabotaging. For 7 days, get a goal that you can actually do. Stop making goals that are not achievable. And I'm talking about the small goals. Okay? Yeah, I have goals that seem like, oh my God, am I going to achieve these? But they're the big goals that I can't do every day. Every day, you need a goal that you can actually accomplish. Something you don't usually do, but you can actually do. For example, if you don't work out, don't make a goal to do 90 minutes of hot yoga every single day for 7 days. No. How about you go to one yoga class? Or you do 5 minutes of yoga on YouTube over the next 7 days. Like, I'm talking about make it so goddamn easy that you actually do it. And you know what happens? There's something called momentum. There is something called momentum. And what happens is that when you achieve a goal, you will start to fucking believe in yourself and you will start to achieve other goals. It starts small. You cannot change everything at once. And that's what people do for January 1st. And I stopped doing that years ago because I saw it was like it's something that everyone does, so you know that it doesn't work. It's a self-sabotaging idea that January 1st, you're going to start brand new. You're not going to be the person you were, and everything's going to be amazing, and you're going to have all the discipline, and you're going to eat only raw, and you're going to work out every day, and you're going to lose all the weight. And it's like, no, you're not. No, you're not. As you can see, it's January 7th. You haven't been perfect. You'll never be perfect. You can make progress, but you striving for perfection is actually sabotaging your progress. So why don't we try something new? So number 1, set goals that are small and actually fucking achievable. Okay? Number 2. By the way, I don't have these written down. They're coming off the top of my head, so I hope I have 5. I don't know why I said 5. I just want to challenge myself, I guess. Unrealistic goals. Number two, I want you to stop lying to yourself with the affirmations. Okay, so number 2 is to use affirmations to your advantage, but let's stop the lying. Okay, so you might have an affirmation, I am a millionaire. And you might say it once in a while, but you're like, I'm not. So like, what the fuck? So something that I learned in the Law of Attraction by Michael J. Lozier is that we want to start saying affirmations that make us fucking empowered, that make us feel good. If you say I am a millionaire and it makes you feel good, keep saying it. But most of us, it doesn't make us feel good because it's not fucking true. So instead of saying I am a millionaire, I want you to say I am in the process of becoming a millionaire. I am in the process of is the secret. It's the hack to put before your affirmations that are not true. So maybe you want to be a raw vegan. Okay? I am a raw vegan is not true. You just had a bagel, bitch. Like who are you talking to? You're lying to yourself again. And what happens when you lie to yourself? You don't like yourself. You don't respect yourself and you don't take care of yourself. You sabotage yourself. And now here we are in the cycle again, the hamster wheel. It's 2024. Let's get off the fucking hamster wheel. Stop lying to yourself. Instead of saying, I am a raw vegan, guess what? I want you to say, I am in the process of becoming a raw vegan because that is actually true. Even if you're not even eating one raw thing, which you probably are. At least you're listening to this podcast, which means you are in the process of becoming a raw vegan. You wouldn't be listening to this fucking podcast if you weren't interested in being healthy, unless you're a guy jerking off to my voice, which in that case, this is not the episode for you. My voice is different depending on the subject. So the subject of this podcast is not to jerk off. Okay? Thank you very much. So anyway, that's number 2. I am in the process of goes before every affirmation that doesn't feel empowering, that doesn't feel helpful. You see, the point of affirmations is to put you in a state of being empowered, of feeling good, of feeling like taking action. All right. Number three. This is big. All right. Whew. This is big. We can no longer focus on the results. All right. We can no longer focus on the results because when we do, we fail. You're going to fail, boo. You cannot expect to be happy and healthy and productive if you focus on the results. Listen to this quote. You don't get results by focusing on the results. You get results by focusing on the habits and behavior that produce the results. Now, I saw this on Instagram the other day. They didn't say who the quote is from. I feel like it's from the guy who wrote Atomic Habits, James Clear, but they didn't say. They just put it on Instagram. You don't get results by focusing on the results. You get results by focusing, write this down, on the habits and behaviors that produce the results. Okay. How are we going to do this in real life? So if your affirmation right now is, I am 125 pounds, right? Maybe you've been saying that. Like, I am so happy and grateful now that I lost 50 pounds. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am 125 pounds, right? Or whatever your goal weight is. So that doesn't work. We're going to scrap that. Now I'm in the process of losing 50 pounds. I'm in the process of becoming, raw vegan or healthier. I'm in the process of becoming 125 pounds. Okay, that's better, but that's not going to help either. It's not really actually going to help. What did I just say? You don't get results by focusing on the results, boo. You get results by focusing on the habits and behaviors that produce the results. So maybe you need to try something new to get a new result. Maybe you need to write down the affirmations that produce the results that you want. I am so happy and grateful now that I am in the process of going to hot yoga 3 times a week. I am so happy and grateful now that I am in the process of working out 5 days a week. I am so happy and grateful now that I eat raw for breakfast every day. I eat raw fruit and vegetables. I eat fruit for breakfast every day, right? I'm so happy and grateful now that I make a smoothie every morning. I am so happy and grateful now that I meditate for 1 minute a day. Yes, start with 1 minute. I'm so happy and grateful now that I go to bed. I shut my phone off at 9 p.m. and I wind down and go to bed by 10 p.m. I'm so happy and grateful now that I wake up an hour before I need to in order to work out first thing in the morning. Those would be better affirmations. Affirmations that involve action are the absolute best ones. Because if you think you're going to get what you want without the actions, then you are delusional. You're delusional. So if you want to write a book, if I've inspired you lately to write your book because you have a fucking book inside of you that's going to die with you if you don't fucking make it happen, then guess what your affirmation is? I am in the process of writing and self-publishing my first book. That feels better than I am a millionaire, right? It feels more doable. I am in the process of, okay, how about this? I am in the process of writing for 30 minutes every morning, first thing in the morning. I am in the process of finding an editor for my book. I am in the what's your goal? What's your new goal? I'm in the process of learning how to write a book. And then you know what happens? You say that a few days in a row. Guess what happens? The motherfucking AI technology, okay, pops into your phone and you get a goddamn ad for a course on a book. That's what happened to me. Tony Gaskins' Birth Your Book course popped up on my motherfucking Facebook or Instagram and I fucking bought it. And it was $20. Tony Gaskins' Birth Your Book course. I probably shouldn't advertise it because I'm not, I don't work for him. I don't make any money. But if you buy that course, then tell him I sent you. Maybe he'll fucking, I don't know, give me a discount on something one day. All right. I bought that course. I wrote my book. I found an editor. I found a formatter on Fiverr. Actually, my friend found the formatter on Fiverr. I learned how to publish the book. The book is now on Amazon. There you go. Seems so easy, right? It's not, but it's doable. It is doable. Guys, number four. Okay, we're talking about, I don't even know the subject anymore. I have to listen to this from the beginning. What is the, can somebody telepathically tell me how to earn your self-respect. Okay, here we go. Number 4. Ooh, this is tough doing it off the top of my head, but I can do it because it's my life. This is all I can do. I can't do much of else. But I can do my podcast. That's for damn sure. Number 4 is to do it first. Whatever your number one most important priority right now is, do it first. I cannot tell you how much self-respect and confidence and self-esteem and belief in myself I have gotten by working out first, because my number one goal is to get in the best shape of my life, right? It's been my goal for a while now. So I go to yoga first, and you don't have to do yoga, but I really enjoy hot yoga. So what I do is I get up and I go. I get up, I go to the bathroom, I write my gratitude list, I listen to my affirmations while I'm getting ready, and I get out the door for 8 o'clock yoga. Personally, I'd like to wake up earlier. It's a goal of mine. I'm working on it. But currently, I'm still staying up till 1 o'clock. Wake up at 7:30, get out the door by 7:45. I'm at yoga by 8. And it's 8 to 9:30, and then I start my day. And now I really struggled with being consistent with hot yoga or any type of fitness until I started doing it first. You must do it first. I know you think you're going to be able to do it after work. I know you think, and you might have been able to once or twice or a few times, sure. But most of us have to accomplish our number one priority first. So when I was writing my book, I didn't go to hot yoga first. I wrote my book first. Okay, I woke up, I went to the bathroom, I wrote my gratitude list, I listened to my affirmations while I take a shower and while I brush my teeth. And you know what I did? I got to work on my book. I got to work. I worked on my book for an hour every morning. I had to. That's the only way to get it done. And you know what? That hour turned into 5, 6, 7, 8 hours sometimes, honestly. And I'm grateful that I could do that. If you have a job, if you have a real job and you have responsibilities, you have kids, maybe you can only do an hour. And that's how Jocko Willink wrote all his books. What's the leadership? Dichotomy of Leadership. Oh, such a great book. Whew. I've been studying leadership for a long time now because I'm a leader in the raw food community. But before this, okay, in case you didn't know who the fuck I was, before this I had a company, Organic Avenue. I had over 500 employees. I've been a leader since I was born, 1985, but getting paid to be a leader, a boss, starting in, I guess, 2012. Yeah. So I had to learn because I didn't know any bosses. I didn't know any leaders. So I had to learn. So I've read a lot of books on leadership, and that is one of the best. I really love it. But I was really, really happy to learn that he wrote his book 1 hour a day. First thing in the morning, 1 hour a day. He woke up at 4 a.m. to be able to write his book and then work out and then go to work. You don't have it as bad as you think you do. You know that, right? There are people that have it worse than you, with less time than you, more responsibilities than you, that are getting their shit done. So that's number 4. Do it first. Do it first. And number 5, the way to earn your self-respect, honestly, you're not going to like this one. The truth is that you're going to have to do it anyway. You're going to have to do it anyway. You're going to have to do what you said you were going to do. Just choose one thing, okay? Choose your most important priority right now, your MVP, your most valuable priority, and you're going to have to do that every day, no matter what. So if I wake up and thank God this doesn't happen, if I wake up and I have a headache or I don't feel good, I still am going to yoga. So that doesn't happen because I'm raw. So, I don't get those things. Let me think about something that might happen. Oh, yeah. I might be really tired because I stay up really late sometimes working and might be really tired. So this happens sometimes for sure. I wake up 7:30. I don't want to fucking wake up. I'm tired. If I went to bed at 3, 4 in the morning, I'm fucking tired, bro. And sometimes even when I go to bed at 1 or 2, I wake up at 7, I'm tired. I want to stay in bed. And I have a thing that I read. It's right by my alarm. It says, if Goggins can run on broken legs, you can go to yoga. I have that also in my bathroom. I also have that on the refrigerator. I also have that in my office. And what that does is, and if you don't know, just definitely listen to Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. He ran on broken legs. And so I can't really make an excuse because all I have to do is get to yoga. I don't have to run on broken fucking legs. Like, unless I wake up and my leg is broken, that statement right there that I wrote, if Goggins can run on broken legs, you can go to yoga, that every single morning that gets me up because it's like, ugh, what is my excuse? I don't have one. And I know why I'm going to yoga, because yoga helps my mental health. Yoga helps me feel better. Yoga makes me more productive throughout the day. I promise you, if I didn't go this morning, I didn't do yoga this morning. I went to HIIT. I'm a part of a yoga studio that does HIIT and yoga. So I went to HIIT this morning. And if I didn't do HIIT, I wouldn't have done the podcast that I did in the car earlier. I wasn't driving, Awa. I parked. I did a podcast in the car. Then I came home and I made juice and I made food and juice for Awa as well, my roommate. And then I filmed 2 YouTube videos. I filmed a few reels and shorts, and I cleaned up the kitchen. And now I am talking to you, making the second podcast of the day. And I promise you right now, if I didn't go to HIIT this morning, I wouldn't have done any of that stuff. Because one habit affects the rest. One discipline affects the rest. Find something that inspires you when you are tired. Find something that pushes you when you don't feel like doing it. And write it out. Write it out. And post it everywhere. And I don't care if it doesn't look good. Put it in a frame, print it out, make it look good. If you want a beautifully aesthetic house, like a minimalist house, find a way. Because you have to be reminded about why you're doing something. You need to be reminded about what can push you to do that. And if you don't, then you won't do it. I can't tell you how many mornings of 2023 I didn't want to go to yoga. I didn't want to go to HIIT. I was tired, but then I saw if Goggins can run on broken legs, you can go to yoga. And I was like, oh, fine. And I didn't want to go. And I started going anyway. Do it anyway. It's the only way. You waiting to feel like eating raw? Bitch, please. You ain't never gonna do it. In the beginning, you don't want to eat raw. Yeah, you think you do. And if you have a disease, you have cancer, you really, really do, because you want to save your life. But the truth is that a lot of people listening to this don't have cancer. A lot of people just like want to lose weight or like want to clear their skin, but they don't need to lose weight. Maybe you think you need to lose weight, but you don't really need to. Like, have you seen that show, 500 Pound Life? You don't really need to. Some of you guys want to clear your skin. You don't really need to clear your skin. So you might eat raw, you might not. But the people I've worked with stage 4 cancer, they needed to, because they were going to die. And the saddest thing is that if you keep eating the way you're eating, if you keep eating junk food, processed foods, meat and dairy, gluten and all this crap, then you are one day going to need to eat raw, and it might be too late. Like my mom and my sister and my grandma and my grandpa realized it might be too late. You don't always get a second chance in life. You understand that, right? Grace might be granted upon you. But if you take grace for granted, you're going to lose it. Right now, this is your grace you've been granted. Listening to this podcast is the grace. We all have cancer cells. You know that, right? Depending on what you eat, you're feeding them or starving them. I have cancer cells. I've been raw for 13 years. I have cancer cells in my body. That's why it doesn't matter what I did yesterday. It doesn't matter what I did in 2023, 2022, 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018. That doesn't matter. Because if today I choose to eat meat or dairy or processed foods, I am now feeding those cancer cells. You get that, right? Okay, just so we're all clear. Anyway, thank you very, very much for listening. Those are the top 5 ways to earn your self-respect in 2024. And that's the secret to your goals and your dreams. That's the secret to the things that you say you want, your self-respect. Because you ain't never going to take care of a body you don't respect. You're never going to take somebody seriously that you don't respect. You're never going to take care of them with the utmost respect if you don't respect them. And you don't currently respect yourself. So now's the time to change. Listen to this again. Write some notes. Put those notes somewhere you can see it and actually develop a plan. There's lots of action steps in this podcast. I hope it resonated with you. And if you like it, do me a favor, leave a review. If you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple, I might put this on YouTube. Subscribe, leave a review, give me a thumbs up or a star, whatever there is there. I really appreciate it. I don't monetize this podcast. I do monetize my YouTube, but currently I make $200 a month, so it doesn't really do much. But hey, $200? That's fucking 2 durians, okay? Don't play yourself. That was $200 is what I spent yesterday at the farmer's market. So thank you very, very much to everyone that is subscribed and clicks the thumbs up and watches my videos on YouTube, because you actually really help me to survive in this world, and not just survive, but to thrive and be able to do what I do for a living. And if you support me, guess what's going to happen? People are going to support you. You always get what you give in this life. Always. Ways. So when anybody, and this, let me just say this is the last thing. When anybody in my community that has paid for a membership to Misfit Mondays, when they come out with a book, I buy it. Why? If I want people to support me, I got to support them. Come on now. You not gonna get anything you don't give. You know that, right? You want more love in your life? You got to give love. You want more respect in your life? You got to give more respect. You want people to compliment you more? You got to give more goddamn compliments. You ain't never going to get what you don't give. You got to give more to get more. So if you have a moment, please leave a review, especially if you want people to leave reviews on your podcast. If you have a moment, maybe check out my new book if you want people to buy your book one day. Maybe subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you want people to subscribe to you, you cannot expect the world to give you what you are refusing to give to the world. Okay? Understand that. I love you, boo. Thank you for listening. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.